Hello, I'm Cynthia. Hello, everybody. Today is December the 3rd, and as always, we're going to tell the pain story. This pain story has changed a lot of people's life and shed light into why something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So, are you ready? Let's get started, okay? So, what is this? It's a pen. What do we use a pen for? To write. Now, there is a dog inside the room. I'm going to wave this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sniff, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, while for the human, this one is a pen to read. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me, so I'm going to put this thing on the table. And then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? It is still a pen or a chewing toy. Always becomes almost nothing, and the ancient wisdom called this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life, just like Rishi Michael Roche applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build business with a revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the page story, okay? So this thing is currently on the table. And when there is no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with, it comes back to true self, and we call it the emptiness. So the emptiness is not darkness, it's not nothingness, it's not no feeling, no thinking. The emptiness is just itself, when it doesn't interact with anything. So we all have the emptiness. But then come back to the pen story. So it is currently almost nothing, right? But as soon as I go back into the room and I look at this becomes a pen. And when the dog come back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time, we both look at this at the very same time. What does this thing becomes? Oh, it becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing, okay, when it is by itself, it doesn't interact with anyone. Then it comes back to just so we call it the emptiness. But because we all interacting either with someone or something at the very same moment, so we always have the potential to become anything or anyone, depending on who or what is looking at this. And this is the second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is a pen instead of the door or anything in this entire universe, we have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does it not see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. Now we all agree that this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to believe this one become a diamond. Okay, so please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are seeds inside our mind that the ancient wisdom calls karma. When we see something, the seed inside our mind pop up, open up, and cover this, and made that seed for what had been planted only into our mind. So who planted those seeds into our mind in the first place? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways: by our words, by our actions, by our thoughts, especially toward other people. So for instance, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say, yeah, Please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this palm open up and both me and my friend will see it instantly mark in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen is going to be planted into my mind. And I pop opened up and covered this and made it seed for what had been planted only into our mind, which is a pen. And this is how a pen become a pen, or anything surround us become what and who they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we went over 4 different lessons. The first lesson is both correct, so we learn to respect each other's opinion. We learn to respect each other's choices, and we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. And I often reminded myself that, I remind myself that, in order for me to do that to everyone, I had to be able to do it to myself first. So I have to be able to listen to myself, to understand myself, and then to respect myself. So that is the first lesson. The second lesson is along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of everything. So everyone surround you, trust the potential, whatever happened to you. And this is very important for us, in order for us to see the potential of anyone or anything, we have to recognize what all their emptiness, what do they possess when they don't what they truly are when they don't interact with anyone. So that is the linkage between lesson number 1 and lesson number 2. Lesson number 3 is everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So we be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. We don't blame anyone because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind. And this is also something very important because the seed, whatever that we have in our mind, we'll be able to cultivate it using our word or action, our thoughts to other people. So when you see the potential of everything or everyone or even yourself, it's already in your mind. The thoughts is there, so make sure that you work on it by your action, by your word to other people, and that will make it your future, your life, right? So, and then that is the linkage between lesson number 2 and lesson number 3. And now the final lesson, which is incorporate all those 3 lessons into our life and creating a dream life that we always want in a very certain way. So first, we are talking about what we always want, right? So we have to know really sure that what you want, what is the life that you want. And then the second, we start planting those seeds using our action, our thoughts toward other people. If you want to have prior happiness, then plant the happiness seed using your word, your action, your thoughts toward other people, helping other people to be happier. If you want to have prosperity, then using your word, your action, your thoughts toward other people, helping other people to be more prosperous. And just like that, whatever that you want, making sure that you use your word, your action, your thoughts toward other people, helping them to get happier, helping them to actually get what you want. And that is the best way to plant the seed into your mind. And one day you will reap what you sow. And the lesson that I would like to share with you all today is that I think that so for the past couple of days the air quality in Hanoi is quite bad. So I haven't been able to do much running or activities outside. But then instead of doing that, I actually stay at home and then doing like some inside activity like Zumba and yoga. And I noticed that, 20 minutes of yoga a day, just relaxing yoga, just stretch yoga to relax yourself. It actually really helps to calm you down. And it's a combo. It's a combo, you sweat, you do exercise, you sweat, you have fun. And then after that, you come back to the stretching of the yoga, give yourself that peace of mind, that calmness. And and then everything just calm and give me a really pleasant feeling. And that I take care of myself, not only my body, physical body, but also my mind. And it is something that I really appreciate. So, again, one thing is about the emptiness and the potential. So, I realized that, okay, this weather is not this condition, this situation, the air condition is not good for me to do exercise outside, outdoor. So and then we think about something we can do inside, and then it comes out something really nicely and working very nicely. And I just feel like that, recently I've been thinking that if you be able to go with the flow and accepting all the best possibility that can happen to you, accept it, willingly accept it, and be happy with it is the key secret to happiness in life. Um, Thank you everyone for listening to me today. Thank you, Anlu, for accompanying me in this 2000-day journey. And if by me sharing with you the pain story of my lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my coworkers, and to my clients, or to any living things in this world and in other words, with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye, everyone.